Hello everyone. I'm back again with what could possibly be the last of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Because last time we hit chapter final, as you can see there to the left. Which I'm going to assume is all trial, with a little bit of post-trial cutscenes and such. So the game plan is knock out as much of this as I possibly can today. If I can't finish it today for whatever reason, we can do a little more tomorrow and wrap it up, but I expect to be able to finish it tonight, this afternoon, today. Hello Tom! Welcome to chat. We're on the final chapter. I will be attempting to take regular breaks every like 45 minutes to an hour because I need to check on my old dog who's downstairs right now, and everyone else is out at Grandma's house, so let's start this up, and then if I find a good short break point, I'll stretch, I'll use the bathroom, grab a little snack, check on the dogs, and then hop right back into court. So that's our game plan today, until everyone else gets home. What? No fancy Sholmes intro? Alright. Before we start talking to Van Zieks, I'm liking the music. In 1 week, he's going to France for police business, and he was taking Gina with him. We know that. We're still not going to talk about the freaking sword tip that's right there. This is where we found the passport, and this is also where we found this little knife or sword fragment. Come on. That's important evidence! This is the big thing that I don't know how it's going to come into importance. I'm sure this picture's important for some reason. I don't know if it's because this guy over here, Judge Jigoku, is evil. I don't know if it's because this little briefcase in the front is important. I don't know if there's something in the background that's important or I don't know. Either way, this is the piece of evidence I haven't figured out yet. Most of the rest of the stuff I kind of can understand what it's going to be used for this trial, but we'll find out. Let's go reveal lots of government secrets and get Lord Chief Justice ejected. Susato, why are you so sad? Oh, okay. Alright. Yeah, I was trying to ask you that, but now I'm on the floor. Nothing quite like having your #1 supporter flip you onto the floor before the trial starts. Ay ay ay. Ah, hello, Van Zieks. How did you find out about all my efforts? That's because he's not the Reaper. Thank you for agreeing with me, Susato. Yeah. Not much. We got flipped to the ground already, and we're talking to Van Zeeks. And I'm going to be taking somewhat regular breaks to check on the dogs before everyone gets home. They should be fine, but in the case that a break goes long, assume there's a little mess I need to clean up. Huh, we're talking about your dead brother? He misses his brother. Well, I can't wait to tell you that Genshin is fine. No, my dog, if he tried to attack someone, the person would be able to escape very easily. He's old, he doesn't walk or run well anymore, and sometimes he forgets where he is and thinks he's outside and goes to the bathroom. So sometimes we gotta clean that up. Yeah, we're gonna prove your innocence today. We don't know where Gregson died yet. I'm Saul Terrier. I know what you meant, but the typo is funny. Alright. Expensive tea leaves. Iris? My half-sister-in-law to be! Helps him clear his head. Can't believe Van Zeeks is accepting tea from Mickey Mouse. Why did she steal the autopsy report? You have to make a move. Get ready! A doll? That's Sholmes? Barely. Pull his ears if we run out of options. Iris? Ah, Lord Chief Justice! He was out all night. He's prosecuting the case, that's what he's doing. Huh. Where the hell is Jigoku? I swear, if Jigoku's up there on the bench and the regular judge is forced to sit in the jurist seats. Oh no! This is foreboding. I think Cosmo's going to be the assistant. Either that or he's going to be under strict watch by Strongheart. Man, if Strongheart is the prosecutor, or at least part of the prosecution team, this is going to be, what, the 4th time I've had to take out a prosecutor mid-trial? Wow. Why do they always make the bad people, also part prosecutor. Where's the judge? Are these people even in here? Ah! Oh! That explains why the judge's chair was open. He's gonna be judging! Ramifications of trial now extend far beyond the murder of one Scotland Yard inspector. Rock the very foundations of the legal system. This is the first time I'm gonna have to convict the judge, though. That's new. He's got a unicorn staff today. He's standing up at the... Hang on a damn second. I've had my license back for 2 weeks and now I'm completely destroying the British legal system. Oh no. Collection of your acolytes. Sweet Jesus! I was expecting him to prosecute, but this is even scarier. He's standing up at the judge's bench. Aha, nobody knows about Gregson. Yeah, we talked about Daily. Alibis for Gregson. Is not carrying out his work. Oh, good, a statement. Don't shirk work. Yes, Kazuma? Oh, so did we! Thank you. Did she tell you about the rotting fish? An updated autopsy report. Then exploit the rotten fish, Strongheart. Who's to say they killed him in that part of London? Start trying to push your own agenda, Strongheart. That's not how you make yourself an impartial judge. work, Kazuma. Who's the witness? Is it Gina? Yay! Self-conferred rank. Oh no, she's learned how to read minds from Susato. Life can have a purpose. The goodness of Gregson's heart. Yes, tell us about the investigation. He did know! Strongheart knows everything. He knows everyone's schedule. Except ours. Lawyers investigate what they're told. A search of the boss's office turned up a notebook that had loads of secret meetings in it. According to that, the boss was looking into some smuggled goods dealings that day. There was a big job and all. The coppers weren't onto it yet. What matters is, these witnesses saw the Reaper at the place too. What? Huh? Smuggled goods? Gee, Goku, you wouldn't! Tobacco, tea, spices, medicines, goods of all sorts. He's investigating a black market. London Gentlemen's Club. Van Zeeks went to a gentleman's club. Holy crap, I missed the old judge and his gavel. Alright, Gina, I'm gonna need to press you for every bit of information because we don't know like anything. I don't know if this is important, so I'm gonna skip it for now. Submit the notebook as evidence, please. The Strahd investigation? Yep. Sounds like you're breaking and entering instead of inspecting. Chief Inspector Toby. His drawers had a false bottom. Woo! Huh. Good work, Gina.
Hold it!
Hold on, let me look at the bunny. I don't want to investigate the ears in the off chance this does something horrible that we can't have happen a second time. A gentleman's club. Like a strip club. she learned how to read! I insist! Good job, Kazuma. You've gone on his bad side. That'll make this even quicker to make him bad. What are you gonna do now, Strongheart? Maybe you should have prosecuted the case yourself, eh? Yeah, show off your reading skills. The Groose? The Grouse?
Hold it!
The hell is the Grouse? What? I don't think Toby would want to go. Have we seen that anywhere before? What is this? Blackbird line? Yes, that's grouse! The grouse! They're gonna take place on a boat! I object!
Objection!
It was on a boat! Haven't done anything with evidence. Evidence starting to come together. It's getting more likely he did something. Yes, I agree. It's a very high chance he's involved with the smuggling. Yeah, what's wrong with your mirror, Kazuma? We know for sure that the contraband dealings were happening at a club called the Grouse. The police are currently looking for evidence, but haven't found anything definitive yet. I'm sorry to say, they probably won't. What do you mean by that? I mean that the place Inspector Gregson was secretly going to visit on 31st October may not have been a gentleman's club at all. You're showing very irreverent attitude towards our country's police force there, Counsel. If it wasn't a gentleman's club, then what was it? A steamship! You think it's a ship? Have the evidence to prove it here! Let me see that. The dark-suited young man is not in the least bit untrustworthy. Ah, the other side, my lord. Be more specific next time. Ah, this would appear to be a ticket for passage upon a steamship, yes. The SS Grouse.
Objection!
So there's a steamship named the Grouse that happens to share a name with the club. I'm afraid to say, there's a flaw in your logic there. How? Look at the ticket. Notice the date of arrival in port. The ship arrived at the port of Dover on 1st November. Ah! The day on which the sound like a gunshot was heard on Fresno Street. In other words, the in question here, 31st October, when the victim was on his clandestine mission. that ship hadn't docked on the British shores. Would certainly make an undercover investigation somewhat challenging.
Objection!
The fact that the steamship hadn't yet reached Britain substantiates the defense's assertion the victim was investigating the SS Grouse on the day in question. Show your evidence for that assertion. Very well. I have evidence? Evidence that substantiates your claim that the victim was investigating the SS Grouse? Gregson! Gregson, what were you doing, you scrub? Gregson! Gregson! I don't know if it's the passport. I didn't know we had evidence. I didn't know they'd ask for evidence. Passport does seem like a solid bet, but let me just peek inside here again, see if we can find any seawater, anything. Nope, it's just that and the sword and the bloodstain and the scratches. Alright, thank you, Gregson. The victim was investigating the grouse. I didn't even know the grouse was a thing.
Take that!
Oh, this is passport. Passport for travel issued to the victim. Dated 31st October. What are you suggesting? Suggesting that just one day before the inspector's body was discovered, the distinct possibility he wasn't even in the country. They killed him in France! No! Before the SS Gross arrived in Dover, it docked on the northern coast of France for a night. According to my father, who was on board, at the port of Dunkirk. Dunkirk, France. What could possibly have taken the victim there? Ha 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 ha! I'm impressed for you, Nisuke Naruhodo. I certainly didn't expect you to get your hands on that passport. It was inside his box. What? You mean you knew about this? The prosecution strategy for this trial had been laid down by the Crown Prosecution Office. The day before the incident, the victim was investigating contraband dealings at a London club. That's the outcome of Scotland Yard's investigations and the line the prosecution has been asked to follow. But personally, I don't agree. I think the prosecutor's office is trying to hide something. What? Now that you've expertly disproven their assertion, I intend to reveal what I believe that something to be. What are you playing at, Prosecutor Asogi? Courtroom is a forum for the truth, my lord. Which is why it's my duty to present all the facts, without exception. Let me guess. This was your intention from the outset, wasn't it? The reason Inspector Gregson secretly made his way to the steamship docked at France on the day in question was to carry out a mission for the Reaper! The Reaper? Order, order! What on earth are you saying, Counsel? The prosecution made an assertion in court yesterday. Inspector Gregson was investigating the identity of the Reaper. Kazuo Asogi is an Eastern Exchange prosecutor who doesn't play by the rules. screw the rules. I'm wearing white. I was gonna say I have money, but Cosmo doesn't seem rich. Truth is the opposite of that. What? Inspector Gregson wasn't investigating the Reaper at all. He was, in fact, acting for the Reaper. Saying the mission he was undertaking was, obviously, an assassination. Barak Van Zieks never carried out any of the actual killings. Whenever the Reaper's victims lost their lives, he always had a cast-iron alibi. Which tells us that he must have had an accomplice. And he claimed that it was Inspector Gregson. What the hell do you think you're saying? My boss would never have done nothing like that. And yet, when you consider all the facts, it all makes perfect sense. No, it can't be! Also arrived at the same conclusion, didn't we? Inspector Gregson was operating as the Reaper. And so, there's no way the person giving him those orders was Lord Van Zieks. No, the true Reaper is somebody else. Greg Van Zieks is not the Reaper. Predictable response for someone who's advocating for the man. If it's true Gregson was operating as an agent of the Reaper, the suggestion that he went aboard the SS Grouse on an assassination mission doesn't follow at all. Oh, you have some solid reasoning for doubting the assertion, do you, Counsel? Absolutely. It's very simple. The day in question, nobody was killed aboard that steamship. Except for Gregson. Kotama and Jigoku were on that very ship. Someone had been assassinated. I'm certain we would have heard about it. What's so funny? You're right, of course. No suspicious deaths were reported on board the ship. But I think perhaps you've missed the point. That's precisely why Inspector Gregson himself lost his life. What? Gregson did board the SS Grouse that night with the intention of dispatching his mark. But his mission ended in failure. Failure? Seems that the defense hasn't yet grasped a very important detail here. What are you talking about? What detail? Inspector Gina Lestrade. Eh? What? Victim's notebook that you read an excerpt from earlier. That doesn't contain details of secret investigations at all. It describes 10 years of assassination plots to be carried out by the Reaper of the Bailey. You're lying! Even if all them bludgers what got taken out now coming. The boss weren't the Reaper. Poor Gina. There's no question that Tobias Gregson was heavily involved in the Reaper's activities. You may just be an apprentice, but if you spent any time in Scotland Yard, you must have heard rumors. I ain't heard nothing. I don't believe a word of it. Testify again, as a representative of Scotland Yard. Consider it your chance to defend your boss. I don't... I concur. The witness will give a new formal testimony. Miss Lestrade, you will tell the court everything you know about Inspector Gregson's secret notebook. Huh. Yeah, this notebook does have a load of stuff about what the Reaper got up to these past 10 years. Names of victims, dates, and places and stuff. Last entry was 31st October. It said gross for a place and date, the name of the mark. There's a note about him being a criminal what got away from the Reaper in court 10 years ago. Jigoku? That's gotta be him, right? What? This is getting suspicious. Well, what's the name of the final mark then, Kazuma? How do you read this then? It's a funny name, it ain't English. It's hard to read. Seishiro! Yep. Seishiro Jigoku.
Objection!
He's here in London. You're saying Jigoku killed Gregson? What? You think he failed his assassination and got back?
Hold it!
Derek? Oh, he's got his hallowed chalice! Oh, he put his foot on the dock! Pray forgive the discourtesy of filling my hallowed chalice while I stand accused of murder. Lord Van Zeeks! Accuses no right to speak uninvited in court and will return to the dock. I say nothing of whether or not I'm the Reaper. That's the task of this court to decide. But there's one thing I can say unequivocally. The girl is no detective. Eh? What? Nah, that's right, I'm an inspector! Repeating rumors heard around the yard, reading entries from a notebook of unconfirmed origin. That's not testimony, it's practically a script. No doubt the rest of this trial will go exactly as you've clearly planned. Your hatred of me is understandable. In your mind, I'm sure I am the Reaper, who sent your father to the gallows all those years ago. But you're in danger of becoming a far more sinister Reaper yourself, by attempting to have me condemned with this feeble excuse for testimony. What did you say? Gerudo, this is our chance! Lord, the defense requests that the defendant be allowed to speak! May be privy to important information relating to the testimony just given by the witness. Very well. I'll make an exception and grant the request. Defendant may remain in the witness stand for the cross-examination. Where'd you get the second chalice from? Allow me to toast to the court's impartiality. Don't raise your glass in my direction, sir. Counsel for the defense, begin the cross-examination immediately. We're 3 hours behind schedule. Whew! Can't wait for Van Zeeks to do something during the testimony.
Hold it!
Like what? Give us some more information. Uh-huh. Thank God Strongheart. Wasn't he a little late for the trial? He wasn't in the judge's spot when we came in. Uh-huh. Intimidate London's criminals. Shrewd criminals at the top of their game. Spies at the yard. Uh-huh. So that's why he was at the club. Ooh! Now that we know Gregson's already been to France, his passport takes on a whole nother meaning. Who'd he take with him? Who was it? What are we shocked about? How did he know about the trunk, Kazuma?
Hold it!
God, why are there like 3 people I suspect of killing Gregson now? Assassin! No, she tried to get me convicted of murder. Did you not say the name? But Assassin is dead! Didn't have a name next to it.
Hold it!
Okay, okay. Thank you. He broke the witness stand. Under your tutelage. I'm not liking where this is headed.
Hold it!
Judge Jigoku did appear in court in Britain. Even when he broke the witness stand. Heh. He wasn't charged for murder. You prosecuted that trial too. Oh my god. That's not his rule. Strongheart made that up. Does that mean they're gonna send someone after Hairbrain? They're gonna send someone after Natsume? seen us stepping in. It's cobblers. Oh no. Someone's lying here. Huh? An insult to the court? What? What? One point in this cross-examination. Something that was said just didn't sit right with me. One statement from Kazuma.
Hold it!
Oh shoot, I meant to hit E. What do you mean? Amongst everything we've heard during this cross-examination, there's one thing that defies explanation. One inconsistency. What? An inconsistency. Really, Odo? I don't quite know what it means yet, but there's an inconsistency in something that was said by Kazuma.
Take that!
Ooh, it's a good thing I pressed instead of trying to present the evidence. By you, Kazuma. Me? Is this some attempt at filibustering, counsel? Prosecutor Asogi has given no testimony. What are you suggesting I said that was inconsistent? You let something slip that you shouldn't have. When I presented the relevant piece of evidence, I imagine you've realized what you've done. Very well then, counsel. Go ahead. What evidence reveals this alleged inconsistency in something Prosecutor Asogi has said? Box.
Take that!
This is a trunk that belonged to Inspector Gregson. Metal construction, is it? It's very heavy. What's this? A blood stain. A relatively fresh one, too. Ah, you noticed that, too! What? You mean that ain't grease from all the boss's fish and chips? Fresh blood on the inspector's trunk. That suggests the victim was traveling with that luggage when he was killed. That can't be. There was no mention of any trunk in Scotland Yard's report. Yes, there's a reason for that. Immediately after Inspector's body was discovered, one of the street peddlers made off with the trunk, hoping to sell it. I found it! Me, with me nose for trouble! Perhaps you do have what it takes to be an inspector after all. Alright, Kazuma, I hate to say this, but I'm gonna need to see Karuma. During the cross-examination of the witness just now, you said this, Kazuma. Because at the time, he was making his way to the steamship docked on the northern coast of France, shown by the passport found in the victim's metal trunk. How'd you know about the trunk, Kazuma? The question is, how did you know about the inspector's trunk? You know the man went on a trip to France. Where else would he put his passport? But you knew it was a metal trunk. Answer me honestly, Kazuma. On October 31st, where were you? At the port of Dunkirk, aboard the SS Grout. Is that the answer you're looking for? Kazuma, what did you... Why are there 3 people who could have done it? Actually, wait. Maybe this rules out Strongheart for the Gregson killing. Kazuma, show me Karuma. You know the rules. One thing that really talks in the courtroom is hard evidence. Draw your sword, you dirty scrub! Gregson. It could be his saber. It could also be Karuma.
Got it!
Right there. What? It won't let me open the case, will it? Alright, fine. We'll open the case. Yeah, we've looked inside before several times. It's right there, tip of the stupid sword. I just want to make sure that's what we're focusing on so I don't accidentally present something and have it be wrong.
Got it!
There! It's right there! Small piece of metal lodged in the wall of the trunk here. Like the tip of a blade. Eh? A blade? Kazuma. Slung around your waist as ever today. The esteemed blade Karuma. Of course it is. Won't you draw it here in this courtroom? For all to see? Exercise caution, my learned friend. That man is the son of London's most notorious killer. Bailiff. Watch Prosecutor Asugi like a hawk. That won't be necessary. Oh. Kazuma! You wouldn't dare! The tip is broken. A fragment of metal from the trunk fits together with the end of the sword. The question of who was there with Inspector Gregson will be answered. Agreed, Kazuma? I can't believe Kazuma turned evil. Expertly done, Ryunosuke. That's a point to you, and well deserved. Do you mean to tell the court, Prosecutor Asugi? Yes, on 31st October, I accompanied Inspector Gregson to Dunkirk in order to carry out a mission. So the additional person authorized to travel was me. And the mission was the assassination of the Mark. What? You mean you're the killer whose name was omitted? You're following the Reaper's orders to dispatch Judge Jigoku? Make one thing perfectly clear. I have killed no one. Explain yourself now. I accepted the assassination mission, yes, and I accompanied Gregson to Dunkirk. I never had any intention of carrying out the plan. If you're never going to do it, we'll leave Kazuma-sama, I'm sure. After all, Judge Jigoku arrived safely in London the following day. 31st, I boarded a train from London with Inspector Gregson, traveled to Dover, from where we crossed the channel to Dunkirk. We boarded the SS Grouse, made for the cabin deck, as indicated in the plan. We went to Judge Jigoku's cabin? Exactly. He wasn't there, though. We decided to wait, but... already told us you had no intention of going through with it anyways. I didn't come to Great Britain to take anyone's life, so I left Gregson and disembarked the ship. Spent that night at a boarding house in town and returned to England the following morning. Boarding house in Dunkirk? My signature will be in the register book. It'll be simple enough to verify. Then what became of Jigoku? Gregson was no assassin, so the mark was spared. I'm sure it's easy enough to imagine what happened after that. Gregson returned to England as well, having failed to complete the mission. He met the Reaper in that room on Fresno Street to report the failure, causing the infuriated mastermind to pull the trigger and end his wretched agent's life. That's the real truth behind Inspector Gregson's murder.
Objection!
But if you did nothing as you claim, how did the tip of your sword come to be lodged in the inspector's trunk? I don't need to answer that. Huh? The victim was killed by a gunshot. A small fragment of a Japanese blade isn't relevant to the case. And accordingly, I choose to exercise my right to silence on the matter. Be that as it may, the court will sequester the sword as evidence. As you wish, my lord. Hello, Karuma! Take immediate action now. To verify whether Seishiro Jigoku remains unharmed. What? Remains unharmed? Oh no. Alright, what can we glean from the sword? There's evidence in this, isn't there? Right? The great sword broken. Such a shame. It's been so meticulously cared for. But why? I agree. That should be our first priority. It recently come to my attention that he hasn't been seen since yesterday. Oh no! How did you? When a foreign dignitary invited to Great Britain goes missing for 24 hours. It's only natural that the question of his safety should arise. You don't mean to say you think Judge Jigoku may have been killed? The Reaper has more than one assassin at his disposal. He has the power and influence to give orders from the inside of a prison cell. Isn't that right, Lord Van Zeeks? If I were truly the Reaper, I'd be able to tell him. Order, order in the court, order. Take an emergency recess for 30 minutes. Now? Guests of the symposium have been told to maintain regular contact with the organizer's office. The man can't be located within half an hour. We'll have to assume the worst. Oh no, Judge Jigoku! No one would want to kill a harmless Japanese man who'd only just arrived in the country. Except, that is, for the Reaper wanting to finish off a mark that slipped through the net 10 years ago. I'd have to agree. Mr. Naruhodo, for the defense's sake, my lord, I sincerely hope we are successful. If we're able to confirm Mr. Jigoku's healthy existence in 30 minutes, you'll face grave difficulties. Ah! Court is adjourned for 30 minutes. Woo! We survived the first mini section of trial. Why are we still here?